Yo, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Football Manager Save. This is episode number 82. Instead, we're returning with our two biggest games since joining Borussia Dortmund. Yep, it's Bayern Munich, the 18-time champions in a row at home, and then Bayer Leverkusen away. Before we get to the games, though, shout out to Dortmund getting on off camera. And of course, in the last episode, you saw our 100% starts the season continue with 1-0 victory against Schalke and a 3-1 win at home to Hertha Berlin as well. 6 games off camera, and for the first time, Dortmund have slipped up. But we didn't start that way. Yet we began with another victory, 1-0 away against the good Freiburg side. Anthony Company continuing a sensational start to the season with the only goal of the game right after the restart, latching onto a through ball and giving us the win. And our following game was a comfortable 4-0 win at home to Werder Bremen. Giovanni Reina gave us the lead 4 minutes in, and Araujo ended his mini goal drought, if you will, from the spot, making it 2. He then converted soon afterwards to make it 3. And Luca Romero also got, I think, his first goal of the season. 35 minutes in a comfortable 4-0 victory, of all the goals coming in the first half. But the following game was our first slip up as Dortmund manager, and if you watch my Bundesliga FIFA career mode last year of Arminia Bielefeld, it will not surprise you to learn who the team was. Augsburg. Bloody Augsburg. I don't know why, but I could not beat this team in that CM. Yeah, first slip up. I'm not surprised it was Augsburg, and it really shouldn't have been a slip up either. We were 3-1 up inside 38 minutes, where Enrique Araujo had netted a 38-minute hat-trick. He absolutely tore Augsburg open, and whilst they did get a goal in between his 3 goals, we were leading by 2 with 10 minutes to go, and the points appeared to be in the bag at this point. But Nathaniel Mbuku said, I don't think so. Augsburg in FM might well be the forward in my side like they were in my Bielefeld FIFA career, but they scored 2 goals in the final 10 minutes to come back from 3-1 down to make it 3-3. Funnily enough, before this game, they hadn't had a single point all season long. How typical, how fitting it is, our 100% start to the season ends against a team that were rock bottom with 0 points. Yeah, it's Football Manager. It's my first time getting FM'd in a while, so I guess I just got to accept it. But the following game was in midweek, and it was a knockout. My first loss with Borussia Dortmund, and it came in the cup as well. Yes, the DFB Pokal second round, just like I predicted on Twitter, for those that follow me on Twitter, at Docklanders. But it was a Bundesliga side we were knocked out to be fair, away against Hoffenheim. Once again, though, we bottled it. We were leading by 2 again. Araujo with our first, and then Ozcan making it 2, 34 minutes in. And then in the second half, we just absolutely bottled it right after the restart and right towards the end of the game. Conceded 2 really poor goals, the second of which in particular. I mean, the first one, our defence party like the Red Sea. The second one, it's just a ball over the top. It was like Sunday League stuff in Germany. Absolutely embarrassing. And in extra time, I knew we'd lose the game in extra time. As soon as we conceded those 2 goals in the second half, and Hoffenheim forced extra time, I knew we'd lose it. They had all the momentum. They're at home. I knew we'd lose the game in extra time, and we did. They got their 2 goals to win it in the final 30 and knock us out of the cup for my first defeat as Dortmund manager. But how do you respond? I say it all the time, with actions, not words. Yep, our final 2 games before an international break, back-to-back wins with the same scoreline, and the guy that got all 4 of our goals, Enrique Araujo. Yep, first one against Wolfsburg, scored 2 goals in 7 minutes after the restart. He looked like Miroslav Closer out there, honestly. The goals he scored, he was like 2 yards out for both goals. First Company whipping one in, and then kind of the same carbon copy on the other side for the second goal he scored from about 3 yards out. And the final game was revenge on Friday night. We went to Hoffenheim once again, but this time we did hold on to our 2-0 lead. Araujo once again with both our goals in the 4th minute and in the 42nd, as he continues his really good start to the season in a really, really big, kind of what you call revenge victory there against the only side so far that we've lost to since joining Dortmund. So, yes, we've had a slip up in the league. Yes, we've been knocked out in the cup, but bigger picture, it has still been a fantastic start to the season. We're still top with 10 wins and 11 right now, doing everything we can to keep Bayern Munich at bay. We just come back for the international break. And as you can see, top 4 was my aim this season. As things stand, we're in the driving seat, 8 points clear of Leverkusen, who will also face today in 5th place. But Bayern Munich, they're in the best run of form this season, 9 wins and 11. We're the only 2 undefeated sides in the division. And again, they've won it a whopping 18 times in a row. So today's game is massive. If we're to have any chance of winning the title, I think we don't have to just get a draw and avoid defeat. we have to win. It's Judgment Day today at the Signal Iduna Park. And there's just one more thing to show you before we dive into the first game. I have agreed a signing that will come in January. I thought I'd show you this guy, by the way. I completed this deal in the summer window, but it's a young Australian forward. Whether he lives up to Garang Kowal's kind of form, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, this guy's going to come in January. Young 18-year-old at Newcastle Jets right now. Already a few caps at senior level as well. And 20 determination, can hit the ball with your foot as well. So quite excited about this guy, to be fair. But I've bought in, or I will be buying, and I should say, a new young third choice goalkeeper, Santiago Steiger. Already 3 caps at senior level for Argentina at just 18 years old. He looks pretty decent, to be fair, and yeah, one to watch for the future. We'll need a long-term success of Aguero Cabell at some point, as the captain is now in his early 30s. And speaking of as well, I think I forgot to show you this in the last episode, but he's dropped the concern now. But initially, Liverpool put in a bid for the captain. I turned it down. I said, "You're not going anywhere, mate. You're my captain. You've got 2 years left in the deal and I need you." And he wasn't happy about it. He was very unhappy I rejected a bid to Liverpool. Thankfully, he's dropped the concern, but now Barcelona are showing interest. So, yes, we might well be losing our starting goalkeeper that's been here since the save began, and our captain as well after just 1 year. But for this year, I need him between the sticks. Right then, heading into the game, it is indeed Bayern Munich again, 18-time winners in a row. Nagelsmann is still there, hasn't been sacked by Oliver Kahn and the powers that be to Bayern in the save. He is still there. He has absolutely dominated in this save and been one of the very best managers, no doubt about that. Of all the things he's won, he's also won 4 Champions Leagues in 8 years as well, I should say. He's won the Club World Championship. Again, he's won all the Bundesliga since the save began as well. They've also won 3 of the DFB Pokals in this save as well. So Nagelsmann is doing bits with this Bayern Munich side, and it is phenomenal. They've kept hold of a few of their stars. Upamecano is still there. Frankie de Jong's been brought in from Bayern Munich, who is just absolutely phenomenal. Of course, Jamal Musiala is still there as well. Matthias Tell's turned into an amazing forward in this save as well. Kimmich is, of course, still there. Though, of course, he's now a veteran, still as good as ever. I've said so many times, he's one of the most underrated superstars in my opinion. Matt O'Reilly, for those who watch my Leeds career mode, is there, by the way, which is very interesting indeed. And De Ligt is also still there, and as is Alphonso Davies as well. So basically, guys, what I'm trying to say is that this team is like a level above ours. So the fact we're top of the table right now is amazing, but we do know at some point it is likely to end, and it may well end today, and it will end today if our unbeaten start in the league is ended by, let's be honest here, the most dominant team in Germany for well over 2 decades. So let's crack on then with the evening kickoff. It is indeed Bayern Munich. It's our first Der Klassiker of the save. It's a sellout crowd for this one. And like I said, I feel we need to win, really, because we'll have some slip-ups during the season. Bayern Munich rarely ever slip up. Right now, the injury report, Saul is down. It's his final year for the club anyway, and he barely plays regardless. And Giovanni Reina is also down after our win with fractured ribs as well. McAtee's not fully fit, therefore he's on the bench, but this will be our team. We are staying with the same tactics we've used all season long, and Cabell is between the sticks and about for his Netz, Schlotterbeck, Cresswell and Bradley, with Miedrag and Ozcan at DMGO. Company on the left, Wimmer on the right, and Romero is in the middle for this game here due to the injury for Reina, and Araujo will lead the line. 12 goals in 11 games in the league, 4 in his last 2. Enrique, if there was ever a game to have a career kind of game, it is tonight, mate. Bag his hat-trick, win this game, and you just never know. On the bench, you've got Olszewski, Luis Flavio, Moulon, Eduardo, Morton, Santos, McAtee, Obradovic, and Brunner as well. First Der Klassiker since joining Borussia Dortmund, and, you know, I would take a point, but I feel we need to win. Statement of intent, come on Dortmund. I probably should have showed you this as well, sorry about that, but Bayern Munich have got a better record head-to-head than Dortmund in the save, which, to be fair, is kind of expected based on the success they've had compared to Dortmund's in the save. But Dortmund have done okay, to be fair, in the league against Bayern. They've matched up with them quite well and won 6 times in the league meetings out of a possible 14 in the save. So, 16 in the save. So they've done all right, to be fair, without me. But this is my first time going head-to-head with Nagelsmann in the Bundesliga, in the Der Klassiker. And so far, nothing to report. Well, statistically, Bayern have had the better first half. But There's been no highlights up until this point, so we're doing all right out there. But Rauho! Do you know what? To be fair, it was him who made the interception. So, lads, it's 0-0. All right, it is 0-0. Okay, it's 0-0. You're doing well. You're doing well out there. Enrique, fuck. You weren't that bad, but I believe you can still improve. And the way you improve, hit the ball with a little bit more shot power than that, mate. Second half, 0-0. I will take it based on the stats, but that's proof there. We will, and we could still have a chance to win this. Free kick, Bayern, Kimmich floats one, back post, Schlotterbeck heads away, and Jamal Musiala picks it up and looks to cross. Here's Frankie de Jong, Upamecano on the edge. He'll go for goal. Cabell does enough to get it away, and the danger cleared as it's still 0-0. Alphonso Davies in space, down the left. Can he cross? Yes, he can. And Musiala drills it home, and Bayern start the second half off in front. How different things could have been had Enrique converted right before the break, but instead fluffed his lines in the biggest of games. Alphonso whips it in, and Jamal Musiala broke Dortmund's hearts back in 2023 with that winning goal on the final day. He might well have given them the win in my first Der Classico. I'm going to go as wide as we can in the stages here and try and get that ball down the flanks if we can, with Bayern playing quite a narrow system. But it does look as though Bayern are going to come through with the win, courtesy of Jamal Musiala. How different things could have been had Araujo converted. But to be fair, considering the fact he's got 12 goals in 11 games and has been on absolute flames since the season began, lads, just keep it calm. Keep it calm. Don't let the season capitulate. It's okay. Clap them off, boys. It's our first defeat in the league as Dortmund manager. But is it any surprise who it comes against? These guys have won it 18 times in a row. Lads, sometimes the result doesn't go your way, but I'm happy to perform regardless. It's okay. It's alright. My goal as Borussia Dortmund manager in my first season is get them back in the Champions League. You know? And it feels very similar to Arsenal and Manchester City, doesn't it, last season? But it's, you know, this is a ridiculous team. They are stacked. They are dominant. Everyone knows that. It's about taking it in stages, you know. And if you were to say to me, since arriving at Dortmund, on the back of a season where they finished in 8th place, needing a rebuild with a change in management, that we'd win 10 of our first 12 games, and the only loss we'd have is against Bayern Munich, I would have taken it. You know, I would have taken it. So, perspective, lads. Perspective. Bigger picture, but we're doing okay. We're doing alright. To me, I do feel as though the top two teams in Germany right now to battle with are Leverkusen and Bayern. I know Leipzig, of course, have got Guardiola in charge, all their riches as well. But they have a philosophy which is kept in the game as well, which is developing young players really, as opposed to bringing in superstars. So I still feel like Leipzig are kind of like a team in transition, a team in permanent transition almost. Whereas Bayern Leverkusen are under Jurgen Klopp now, and they've got an amazing team, absolutely amazing. Florian Wirtz has stayed there. They've got this young English striker from AC Milan, funny enough, Milo Bedini, who looks really, really solid. It's a really, really good team. So to me, I feel as though we're facing the top two teams in Germany in today's episode. So, you know, if we don't win either, that's okay. That's all right. We take it in stages. For me, if we finish third, if we finish fourth, I would take it. We're taking this in stages. We don't need to win the championship in season one. Right, second and final game, Bayer Leverkusen away at the Bayer Arena, second versus third, and like I said, I feel like this is a battle for who's going to be runner-up to Bayern Munich this season based on how the season has started. in the league. But taking on Klopp's side here, I'm going to make one change to my lineup as James McAtee is back to fitness, or well, fit enough, if you will, to start this game, as Wimmer will drop to the bench. But this will be our team with no change to our tactics. We've been doing really well with this system to start the season off, so I'm not going to panic on the back of a loss to Bayern Munich. That would be silly. So heading into the game, it's the same team with one change. Cabell in goal, same back four, same DM duo, but now the attacking midfield trio is Company on the left, Romero slides to the right, and McAtee supports Araujo up top. Enrique, don't worry about it, mate. We're still back here. On the bench, Olszewski, Flavio, Moulon, Eduardo, Morton, Santos, Wimmer, Obradovic, and also Brunner as well, with Reina not fit enough. Yeah, Bradley, by the way, just got a knock in training, hence why he's on injections for this game with bruised thigh. So, it's Leverkusen away at the Bayern on the back of our first loss in the league. Let's bounce back here. Come on, Dortmund. Obviously, Jurgen Klopp was in charge the last time Bayern Munich won a Bundesliga, back in 2012. They won it back-to-back, actually, by Borussia Dortmund. And then Bayern Munich said, never again. Literally never again. So, yeah, obviously Klopp will be applauded by the away fans here at the Bayern Arena. But we want a marked improvement out there. I will take a point, though. I will definitely take a point in this game. You know, away against Augsburg, we got a point. So far, that's the only slip-up we've had away from home in the league. But I would take a point. To me, just staying in the top four is the most important thing. So, we don't need to win this game here. Here's Leverkusen off to a really good start, though. And Florian Wirtz is through and puts it in bottom corner. He stayed at Leverkusen in the save. And he's just given the host the lead. Really nice build-up there for that goal. And Bayern take the advantage half an hour in. Well, they made the bright start. We trail by one, but this is okay. There is no need to panic. Statistically, we're doing okay. We're not getting dominated in possession. We've had a few shots on goal. So it's important not to panic and have a knee-jerk reaction here. If we go 2-0 down, it will be a little troubling. And that's exactly what's happened right before the break. Well, the honeymoon period is definitely over now, no doubt about that. But I'm not going to panic. Season 1 was not about being in a title race, let alone winning the championship. It was all about being in the top 4. So far, we're on course to do that. I'm not going to panic. This is a team in transition. This is a work in progress. So, yeah. It's important to it's important to know where we are, you know, halfway through my first season in charge. We are far from the finished article, but this is going to be a damaging blow psychologically. This has been a poor performance. Well, I think this is one of those games where the scoreline is a little bit deceptive, to be fair, because we haven't exactly been dominated, and the only 3 shots Leverkusen have hit the target with have all hit the back of the net as well. So Cabell's not had a great game out there, to be fair. But yeah, I'm not going to panic on the back of our first loss away in the league and our first time tasting back-to-back defeats. But it is kind of a wake-up call. The honeymoon period is over. Carlos Eduardo off the bench has just got a red card. Don't lose your discipline, lads, like that. All right. It's not even halfway through our first season. Oof. Well, that is disappointing. That is disappointing. Again, statistically, we weren't dominated out there. The scoreline, I think, a little bit deceptive. But, yes, wake up, Doxy boy. You've been dreaming for long enough. Wake up. 3-0. 1-0. I'd say the best 2 teams in Germany have just taught us a lesson. And that lesson is, we have got a long, long way to go. The honeymoon period over, and now it's time to get back to work. Ouch. That was not what I was hoping for today. Okay, alright, we'll leave it there. Not too happy about that, but do you know what? I'm doing the Union Berlin game. No, we got to get a better performance than that. I'm doing the Union Berlin game. Mate, we are just so far behind Bayern, it's unbelievable. Even though we're only 4 points behind the table, it feels like 40. I mean, they're just too good, man. Like, they are just too good. They may well have an unbeaten season, you know. Since the Sabres began, they've won the title every single year. You know, again, 18 in a row. I wouldn't be surprised if this year they have an unbeaten season, because we ain't going to beat them away at the Allianz. So, Oh dear. Oh dear. Gotta bounce back, guys. Come on, gotta bounce back. Listen, we can lose away at the Bayern Arena. We can lose to Bayern. I'm okay with that. I'm alright with that. But these are the games we need to win. Right, let's go. Third and now final game of today's episode. Union Berlin away in Berlin, and again, I'm fine losing to Bayern, I'm fine losing to Bayern, but these are the games we need to win if we are to stay in the top four. Forget about the title, man. Seriously, it's not our plan for season one, honestly. Come on, right, so I'm going to make a couple of changes to the team here. First of all, tactically, we're going to play at a lower tempo than ordinary to just basically not force the issue, really, and make sure we don't give away balls by playing too quickly. And this will be our team. So Cabella's in goal. I've made a change in the back four. Nets is at left back again, but Dragon is going to come back into the back line after drubbing 3 goals. Schlotterbeck goes onto the bench. He'll partner Creswell, and Bradley remains at right back. Morton comes in. Tyler Morton alongside Salah Oscan. And on the wings, it's Company on the left, Romero on the right, and Reyna's back in for this one. But I'm keeping faith with Araujo. 2 poor performances in a row, but I keep faith with our number 9. On the bench, you've got Olszewski, Schlotterbeck, Flavio, Moulon, Santos, Wimmer, McAtee, Obradovic, and Brunner as well. Third, and this will be final game. Come on, boys, let's bounce back here. Union Berlin away. Come on, Dortmund. Come on, Dortmund. This is the game. This is the game we bounce back. The Dragon coming into our back line. You know, obviously he started off with us as a centre-back. I did say him playing third forward is his future, but there's no doubt about it. He's an elite centre-half, so hopefully as Luca Net scores his first of the season, him in our back line will see us pick up our first clean sheet after none in our last 2. Great finish by the left-back, Dortmund in front. Absolutely no issue losing away against Leverkusen, absolutely no issue losing at home to Bayern, but these are the games we have to win. Connor Bradley down the right as 3 men in the middle and instead finds Oscar on the edge. He's found Giovanni Reyna. There's Anthony Company, who ends his mini goal drought with his 8th for the year. Perfect start, Dortmund 2 up. Anthony Company crosses. Oh, Giovanni Reyna, 4th of the year, back in the team and back on the score sheet. 3-0 up. I think I'll take some of my starters off of the break here because we've got Leipzig on Friday. That's a massive game there in a battle for a top 4 place against Guardiola's side. But this is job done, it appears. We absolutely dominated out there. Like I said, actions, not words. So, second half begins. I've made 3 changes at the break here. It's the Dragon, Oscan and Company. 3 of my best players are coming off with the game against Leipzig on Friday night. Surely we're not going to bottle a 3-goal lead here. So, the Dragon's done well in providing some stability to our back line. But now I feel as though we should be able to close this game out. Get a 4th goal and it is over. And Obradovic scores his first of the year. I think his first touch since coming on. 4-0 Dortmund. Job done now. I want to get Araujo a goal if we can, as he scored none in his last 2. He could really do with hitting the back of the net. Enrico's kind of like a confident striker. You know, he needs to find that goal himself as opposed to getting an assist. But he'll take that one. Luca Romero scores as 2 ex-Bournemouth players, never played together at the Eddie Howe Stadium. They do combine for our 5th goal in a dominant display away in Berlin. This is more like it. Creswell back to Connor Bradley as we look for a 6th goal in a dominant display away in Berlin here. It's Bradley. It's a brilliant run. Shots blocked. And is it a penalty? I think it might be. It's a penalty. And I'm going to quickly change so I can give Araujo the opportunity to get himself on the score sheet, because Lord knows he needs a goal. Where's Araujo? There he is, right at the top. He needs a goal on Enrique after none of his last 2. Like I say, he's a confidence type of striker. He's a confidence type of striker. He needs to see the ball hit the back of the net. So Enrique, chance to get a goal after none in your last 2. Don't spurn this, mate. This is your chance, and afterwards I'll take you off. It's our number 9. Who's back on the score sheet. He desperately needed the goal and he's got his 16th for the year. Lads, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. What more could I have asked for a response than that? Absolutely brilliant win away in Berlin. And I'll say to the boys here, pointing my finger, nice work, everyone. That is more like it. That is more like it. Actions, not words. We respond with a big victory. And whilst we know we're still a level below a Bayern Munich, we definitely have the capability to be a top 4 team. With results like that, we definitely will be. We'll end it there, guys. So big thank you for watching today's episode. If you've enjoyed it, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. And we'll return in the next episode, as we'll be officially halfway through the season, as we'll end the winter break off camera and come back in January with, yeah, that's a good one there. Dusseldorf have been in really good form this season, the top 4 themselves, and Stuttgart away at the Mercedes-Benz Arena. So we'll come back in January with our 2 new signings coming in, possibly more business to complete as well. And into the second half of the season we'll go. Have a great day, much love, and I'll see you for the next episode of the Football Manager Save very soon.